It's Tuesday, December 13th. This is The Gateway. I'm Wayne Pratt. A St. Louis judge is hearing testimony this week on whether a 1995 murder conviction should be vacated. A key witness yesterday told the court Lamar Johnson is not guilty in the killing of Marcus Boyd.
Do you know whether Marcus Boyd is alive today?
Yes.
Is he alive or dead?
He's dead.
How did Marcus die?
Me and Philip Campbell killed him on his front porch.
The hearing is expected to run throughout the week. Many activists are hopeful the hearing will lead to Lamar Johnson being freed after nearly 30 years in prison, thanks to new evidence and a new state law. St. Louis Public Radio's Chad Davis reports.
A jury convicted Johnson of killing Marcus Boyd in 1994, but Johnson has said he was with his girlfriend miles away, and two other men later confessed to killing Boyd. Last year, state lawmakers gave prosecutors the authority to ask that convictions be overturned if there is evidence of a wrongful conviction. St. Louis Circuit Attorney Kim Gardner filed such a motion in Johnson's case in August. Activists say it's about time. Michelle Smith is founder of the Missouri Justice Coalition. She hopes Johnson is released soon and that Missouri focuses on other wrongful convictions.
It is a systemic problem. We probably have upwards of several hundred people in our own prison system who are innocent. And so we need to deal with that as a state.
I'm Chad Davis, St. Louis Public Radio.
A St. Louis County budget calling for cuts to hundreds of vacant positions could be finalized today. The Post-Dispatch reports the County Council is expected to take action on the bills making up next year's financial blueprint. Those measures eliminate 375 positions considered vacant and 24 new jobs. The newspaper reports County Executive Sam Page is planning to sign the budget with those reductions once the package reaches his desk. Survivors of gun violence and those close to it are talking to Illinois lawmakers about a proposal to ban assault weapons and large-capacity magazines. Alex Degman reports.
The measure would prohibit the sale and manufacture of dozens of weapons plus magazines that hold more than 10 rounds. The 4th of July mass shooting in Highland Park prompted it. Pastor Cornelius Parks is from Good Hope and Free Will Baptist Church in Chicago's East Garfield Park neighborhood. He says the parade shooting shows that gun violence affects everyone.
Bullets have no face. It has no gender. It has no color. And it definitely now does not have a community. Now we got to stand tall and say all hands on deck.
Opponents did not speak, but more hearings are scheduled for December 15th and 19th. Democratic lawmakers hope to pass the measure during next month's lame duck session. I'm Alex Degman.
The city of Quincy will collect less money in property taxes next year. The city council last night unanimously approved a property tax levy that will bring $7 million next year, which is $600,000 less than this year. The Quincy Herald-Whig reports the council is planning to use a surplus in its general fund to make up the reduction. Quincy uses property taxes to fund public safety pension obligations, bond payments, and libraries. The rest of the city's operations are funded with sales tax revenues and other fees. The 123rd National Christmas Bird Count starts tomorrow. People in Missouri and Illinois will be monitoring different species at sites throughout the St. Louis region. St. Louis Public Radio's Brittany Cordera reports this year's count will help monitor the effect of avian flu on waterfowl, birds of prey, and others.
Joe Eads has participated in the Christmas bird count since 1973 when he was 13. 30 years ago, the St. Louis native saw a major bird disease wipe out populations of American crows. The data compiled each year by citizen scientists for the Audubon Society provides a valuable way of tracking bird flu outbreaks and population declines. Eads says it can also track how birds are displaced because of global warming.
Another thing that comes into play is where birds spend the winter changes over time due to climate change.
The count runs until January 5th. Bird lovers can go to Pere Marquette State Park, Weldon Springs Wildlife Area, and a variety of other spots. I'm Brittany Cordera, St. Louis Public Radio.
Some of the items we are following in the St. Louis Public Radio newsroom. This is the second day in the hearing to determine if Lamar Johnson's 1995 murder conviction will be overturned. Johnson has long maintained his innocence in the shooting death of Marcus Boyd. The St. Louis Board of Aldermen is expected to approve spending $5 million in pandemic relief money for $500 monthly payments to roughly 440 households for 18 months with no strings attached. And Webster University is remembering 2 students who were on Pan Am Flight 103 that exploded over Lockerbie, Scotland in 1988. Karen Elizabeth Noonan and Patricia Mary Coyle were 20. They were headed home to spend Christmas with family after studying in Vienna. The university is not commenting on the upcoming trial of a Flight 103 bombing suspect who was extradited to the U.S. and arraigned in court this week. The Gateway is a production of St. Louis Public Radio, a listener-supported service of the University of Missouri St. Louis. Music by Ryan McNeely of Adult Fur. I'm Wayne Pratt.
Support comes from the Missouri Forest Products Association, saluting Earth Day on April 22nd with an ongoing commitment to help offset carbon emissions with sustainable harvesting of Missouri forests. Details at choosewood.com.